Hello, my name's Amanda. I'm a senior majoring in education at Western Oregon University. We're going to start by discussing why you should apply for scholarships and where to look for scholarship opportunities. Later, I'll share some great tips on making the application process easier. So why should you apply for scholarships? There are many reasons. The most important one is that receiving scholarships can offset your loan borrowing and save you money. Also, if you receive a scholarship, that's an achievement you can add to your resume. And don't forget, while you're working to meet all the requirements of your scholarship application, you're learning skills that will be useful after graduation when applying for jobs. One of the places you can look for scholarships is the Oregon Office of Student Access and Completion, or OSAC. On this website, there are $18 million worth of scholarships available, and you may qualify for many of them. The great thing about OSAC is you can apply for multiple scholarships with a single application. Check out your options at oregonstudentaid.gov. Another great resource is community scholarships. Community scholarships may carry smaller dollar amounts, but there will be less competition for them. Be sure to discuss scholarship opportunities with your high school counselor. He or she might know of some community scholarships or scholarships that previous students have been awarded. The internet will be your best resource for discovering national scholarships. There are thousands of different opportunities out there, but you have to be persistent in looking for them. And of course, admitted students can try for WU scholarships using the General Scholarship application. With one form, you can apply to more than 80 scholarships available to WU students. When searching for scholarships, there are lots of free scholarship sites you can go to, such as fastweb.com, unigo.com, and capex.com. On these search sites, you'll fill out your information and be matched with all the external scholarships you qualify for. Hopefully, you'll end up with a very long list of possible scholarships, and you'll have to take time to sort through them. It's all part of the process of finding free money, so stay focused and really learn from the experience. It will likely get easier as you sift through all the information. Before you start applying for external scholarships, you should know that you're going to run into a lot of advertisements and a lot of forms asking for personal information. And once you submit your personal information, you'll get even more ads. It's kind of annoying, but it's part of the process. You have to give information to get information. Just be prepared to provide what's required on the scholarship application. There's going to be a lot of sorting through scholarships that don't apply to you. You'll have to spend a lot of time going through and reading all the requirements to see if you actually qualify for each scholarship. You might even run into sites trying to get you to pay for scholarship listings. We recommend you do not go that route. Scholarships and scholarship search sites should all be free. Also, don't forget the resources we talked about earlier, community-based scholarships and your high school counselor. Community-based scholarship opportunities might not come up in your online searches, so you'll have to find them in a different way. Your high school counselor might know about them, or you might hear about them if you're out in the community doing volunteer work or other application building activities. It's great to put your face out there to community members who are going to be the people awarding these scholarships. Your odds of receiving one is higher if people know who you are and see that you're out in the community doing good. Also, some scholarships are only available to students who graduate from a certain local high school or whose parents work for a specific employer. Those are types of opportunities you need to be on the lookout for. Here are some pro tips for applying for scholarships online. First, create a separate email address you can use specifically for scholarship emails. That way, you're not getting bombarded on your personal email account with lots of spam and ads. Second, be prepared to find scholarships offered by corporations. These are usually legit scholarships, but the application pool is probably very large. And if you win one, the company might ask you to appear in ads on the company website or in press releases. We're not suggesting you don't apply for these opportunities, just know how they might be used. Make sure to set aside time to do scholarship searches and fill out applications, just like you would for studying. Many scholarship opportunities require similar materials, such as an essay question or letters of recommendation. You'll find the application process much easier if you gather all this info ahead of time, so you don't have to search for it while filling out the forms. Create a list of the awards you've won, the accomplishments you've achieved, and the volunteer work you've done. Save all your essays, have PDFs of your recommendation letters ready to attach to applications. Finally, you might want to partner up with a friend to sort through scholarship opportunities. That way, you don't have to read through all of them on your own. You'll be able to screen a lot more opportunities and figure out which ones are the best fit. As you can see from this graph, February through April is when a majority of deadlines for scholarships fall. Be sure to stay on top of things and remember to start applying before those deadlines are right around the corner. When awarding scholarships, committees are looking for several different factors. One is your academic achievements. They'll look at your GPA, your ACT, and SAT scores, and then any academic awards you might have received. They'll also want to see that you've done some volunteer work in the community or you've participated in after-school activities or clubs. Make sure to include any leadership positions you've held and whether you played sports in school. Typically, scholarship applications include an essay portion. Committees expect it to address the prompt given and for the essay to be well written. You want your essay to really stand out. Scholarship committees read thousands of essays, so yours must be memorable. Of course, selection committees want applicants who meet their ideal candidate profile. Don't waste your time and theirs by applying for scholarships where you don't meet the requirements. Some scholarship awards are made based on the candidate's financial need. Be prepared to provide income info for yourself, your parents, and FAFSA information if asked. Now I'm going to finish up with some tips to make your scholarship application shine. Your job on these forms is to sell yourself. You need to show you're a great person who's worthy of their investment. Some ways to make yourself an ideal candidate are to get involved with your community and your school. Put your name and face out there in the community. A lot of applications want you to talk about your community involvement or your leadership experience. Make sure to keep your grades up. Fill out your FAFSA and have that information on hand when applying for scholarships. Take the time to give your essay the thoughtfulness it deserves. Donors love experience that is unique, impactful, longer-term, self-initiated, cross-cultural, or related to your specific field of study. Before you begin writing, understand the purpose of the writing and the motivation of what they're asking from you. Why have the donors asked you to write about this topic? What do they want to know about you? Analyze the organization. Why does it exist? What is the scholarship about for the organization? Why are they providing these funds? Put yourself in the shoes of the person who will be reading your scholarship essay and cater that essay towards them. Remember, writing a scholarship essay is totally different than writing a school paper. In the essay, you're trying to sell yourself. You're telling them why you are deserving of the scholarship. Be unique and interesting. Make sure your writing mechanisms are flawless and stay within the given word count. Don't stray from the prompt. Writing good essays is like a job, so treat it as such. Hopefully, you're going to get paid for it in the end. Well, that about covers this presentation on scholarships. I hope you've gotten some good ideas for how to find and apply for scholarship opportunities, and I look forward to meeting you when you join us on the WU campus.